Hi dear students, welcome to the class. So if we want to be happy and successful in life, we should never stop learning, is it? So okay, let us look forward now for the gist of the poem what we have done in the previous class. So as I have already told you in the last class that I am going to brief the poem in short, that what WB eats when you are old, in that he has said. So of course it is a love lyric poem written in the name of or in memory of his beloved, that is Mountgarn. So he is addressing you, it means you, when you are old. He addressing you to his beloved. And in the first stanza, soft look is given. Soft look. What is a soft look? Looking very softly, or having been applied something. So soft look in sense when she was young. So how her appearance was and how people had fallen behind her. So in the second stanza of the poem, your eyes, shadows deep. It means what he is referring? Shadows deep. Your eyes means when young, your eyes were very beautiful. That is one meaning. Your eyes, again, as I already told you, that the memories that are being filled in the eyes, creating shadows deep. Let us come forward. So it was the shadows deep in sense recalling everything. So that is also the meaning generally. Shadows deep in your eyes in sense, particularly in reference to her young age. Then glad grace. So what is glad grace here? What is grace here? Means her appearance. What is her appearance? Glad grace, a beautiful moment. That is the glad grace here. Then pilgrim soul. So what is pilgrim soul? I told you, eternal, spiritual, very religiously. He loved her that he don't want to comment anything or to talk about her physical appearance, but he is more concentrating on her inner beauty, inner soul, which is the inner character, which is very, very beautiful. So he liked or he loved her very deeply. Not that she was beautiful, of course she was very beautiful. Apart from that, he loved her nature. That is what here pilgrim soul refers. Sorrow of changing face, I told you yesterday itself. So that is about the briefness that you have got the information about the poet. So now dear students, let us today learn about some of the units in grammar. So already we have completed some 3 parts in grammar, that is subject verb agreement in relation to the helping verbs, as well as a little bit of brief knowledge about some of the question forms or question tags, whatever we have done. Why? Because every unit of grammar is related to one major unit. So now students, from the examination or from the question paper point of view only, let us start. So here in Roman number 4, that starts with grammar, it is given the passage. It is given, the passage is given, the passage is given. In Roman number 4, the passage is given. From there, grammar starts. How come grammar is added in this? Are we going to add any prepositions or so when we are, so nothing like that. When we are going to talk, everything is related to grammar. So whatever you are writing, as I have already earlier mentioned, that if we are not going to have a proper vocabulary, if we are not going to make use of proper conjunctions or prepositions or whatever the basic part of grammar, then our vocabulary is totally killed and we are murdering English like anything. Okay, so in this passage, what is shown? Not that how you are going to construct the sentence, the synthesis of the sentence, the syntax, the structure of the sentence, nothing told like that. It is asked for 10 marks. And how is that you are going to do the passage? So passage, it is an unfamiliar passage asked, maybe taken from any source or even from old question papers or whatsoever it is given. For 10 marks it is asked. So when it is asked for 10 marks, what will be the method of writing the passage or doing the passage? What will be the method? How is that you are going to write passage? So you all know that already you have done in your previous classes. Now before I could step into the explanation, let me tell you, majority of the students, what they do is, they are going to read the passage, no doubt, and for simple, for one word, 1 mark it is, they are going to write a lengthy epic they are going to write. Epic is not necessary. You need not write the epic of the passage or something like that. What you have to do is, you have to write in one line, a word, a phrase also. So need not go. So thereby you may be having the chances of losing the marks also. Don't commit any kind of commotions to yourself. You are putting yourself in the you are putting yourself into the difficulty. So what? You be appeased with what is given. So it means passage is asked for 10 marks. You try to write or do the passage, solve the passage in such a way where you can enhance the marks properly. So now let me come to the brief explanation of the passage. So what is given? Read the following passage and answer the question set on it. So what you are going to do? You are going to read the passage and you are going to set the question. You are going to answer the questions that are set on it. So now let us say the passage. So dear students, you can see, so here answer the following it is given. Read the passage carefully and answer the question set on it. It is there on your screen. Whatsoever it may be the passage, you just have a glance to that. So now the method of writing the passage. That is one method usually followed and you have to follow also. The passage is given. You have to go through the questions properly. One grave mistake is always committed by the students. That is, when you are going to write the passage, Roman number 4, A, B, C, D, so like that it is given in the form of alphabetical order. So you should be writing Roman number 4, question number 24, A, B, C, like that only. If it is given, question number 24, 1, 2, 3, numbering like this, 1, 2, 3. So it should be written like that only. Because when you are going to mention question number 24, answer 1, 2, 3, again a confusion is created thinking that you are answering for Roman number 1, which is answer the following question in a word, phrase or a sentence. So what happens is that you may have the chance of losing the marks also. So let me clear you one thing. No evaluator is so hard-hearted or so rubbishly or in a very awkward manner they are going to correct. Nobody are going to do like that. Though written, they are going to check very properly. But it is still our duty to forward you these messages that you will be writing the serial wise question number and sub question numbers properly, so that neither you will be under trouble nor we will be facing any commotions. Okay. So now the method for that is, first you will be reading all the given questions very carefully with concentration. So you will be reading the questions very carefully with concentration, I told you. The plus point is that when we are going to read first the given questions, all the 10 questions, then we are going to read the passage, means the plus point is that you may suddenly get the answers not for one question, you may get the answers for 3 to 4 questions. That is the method. So it means there is no any hard and fast rule applied that you have to read the passage only once, never you step into reading again for the second time, nothing is like that. So why this method is followed? So you will be writing more in language, descriptive questions will be there. So you need a lot of time. If you are going to read one question, then go for the passage, entire passage, find the answer, then read the second question, then go. It means what you are doing, you are putting axe on your own legs. It means you are inviting the trouble. It takes a consumption of time, lot of time, and where you will not be in a proper sense to answer. So because of lack of time, if you are going to waste the time in reading the passage, one question passage, then again another question, again passage, the third question, again passage, you are inviting the trouble, I told you. It means you are consuming lot of time where you may use the time for passage and you may not get time to write the descriptive answer. So dear students, what you have to do is, you have to read the questions with concentration properly, then read the passage. Then as I told you, there is no any hard and fast rule. If you have completed some 3 to 4 questions, then you have to write the 5th or 6th question or rest of the questions, then you can read the passage once again briefly. This is the method of writing the passage. There is no any deep explanation in relation to the passage as for your examination or for your question paper point of view. Now, here you can easily score 10 marks. So this year we had a quite complicated passage. Majority of the students, so it means those who have written the exam in the pandemic, so really majority of them, they have lost the marks in passage itself. Yes, because the passage was quite complicated. When we are going to read, nothing is complicated, but when we don't read properly, then only it is complicated. Even the students, those who are doing well, those who are scoring very high marks, even they have committed these blunders. So my sincere advice to you is that read the passage carefully. First the questions, then the passage, so that you are going to score. Little drops of water makes mighty ocean. You all know that. So now let us come for question number 25 from your model paper only. Question number 25 is also a passage, but in the form of a poem. So now read the following lines and answer the questions. So it carries 3 marks. See, there in passage 10 marks and here 3 marks, 13 marks. Very easily, students. Very easily you can score. You have already in your pockets. Assume that it is being kept already in your pocket. The thing is, you have to remove and use. Okay? So this, it takes no hard time, no hard efforts to do that. So concentration, students, please. It is an advice, also a request. Don't neglect whatsoever it is language. So whatsoever it is enhancing your vocabulary, because if you are a good speaker, then everything will be under dynamic things. So now question number 25. Read the following lines and answer the questions is given. So any one stanza of the poem will be asked. So poem from where? The poems that are being prescribed for your answers, that poems? No, not at all. The poems that are given in your workbook, streams, that are given in your streams. It means what? We will have to read that also. So of course students, you have to. So here, read the following. Lazy people, what they can do is, they can collect some 8 to 10 years of papers or 5 to 6 years of papers. Then they can go through the passage, read the following passage. That is for the lazy people. So whatsoever, we should be thorough with our books only. Okay. In streams, there are few other poems, that poems which are not in your textbook, which is not prescribed for the descriptive answers, which is only mentioned for scoring 3 marks. So now, any one of the poems, one stanza will be given, and that one stanza you will have to read properly, and then you will have to answer. So now, let me tell you what is given here. So now, question number 25, let us see. As you have read the question number 25, likewise you have to read 24 you have read and 25 here you can. In your screen you can see, read the following lines and answer the question is given. So that is only an example. So here I am going to read you one poem very briefly. Read the following lines and answer the questions. Now see, now you can hear to the poem. Don't look at there. Hear to the poem. Listen, just listen. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand. Half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown. So it is dotted. Continue. So one stanza of 4 lines is given. So now, have a concentration on the question. Where had the traveler come from? So now, I met a traveler from antique land. So now tell me, from where had the traveler come? The answer is antique land. Now, what did he see standing in the desert? Who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert? What he has seen? 2 trunkless legs of stone, means a statue made up of stone which has fallen, which has been ruined, that has fallen without legs. The legs have might have been destroyed. So now he has seen the trunkless legs of stone. That is the second answer. So now, what was the expression on the shattered visage? So now you can say half sunk. It means it was penetrated deeply. Half sunk. So half part of the statue was seen. Half was penetrated inside. And now shattered visage lies, whose frowning. So frown. Now you do like this. It is frowning. So frown, why is he using the word there, frown? Because he has seen something is gathered, frown. Inside it has gone. And what was the expression? Expression of the poet. Say what? Half sunk, a shattered visage lies. Who's frown? So like this, seeing somebody is seeing like this. So that is frowning. So what now you have to write the answer? What was the expression? The expression is frown there. Frown. F-R-O-W-N. What was the expression on the shattered visage about the poet? Was frowning. What is this? Sunk like this. That is the frowning. So now dear students, we have completed the grammar unit. In grammar we have completed the unit in relation to passage. That is both unfamiliar passage, one from the prose section, the other from the poetic. Prose section, unfamiliar passage, any passage may be given, even that is there in the streams, and poem also from the streams. So today's class, whatever been told, you just have a concentration on that, so that you will be scoring good marks, because today we have discussed about 13 marks, not less students, 13 marks. So have a good concentration and do properly, and in the next class we will go through the streams. So have your books with you so that we can solve the streams, the questions that are given in the streams. So till then, take care and be happy.